Yes, we are finally back. We are finally back. Sports Jazz, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Josh and Isaac, we are back, officially back. And boy, oh boy, it's been a problem. It's been problems. And uh, I'd even failed to stream Josh. I lost out everything. I lost the faith. I lost the energy. I just couldn't speak, man. It's horrible. It's bad. It's now worst. It's at that peak where I feel maybe Amorim should get the boot. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh, Isaac, we are in the building, man. Josh, it looks
Yo,
like you're a
what
happy
up?
Man
What up?
United fan.
Yeah, I
Looks like you're
am
a
a
happy Man
happy.
United fan.
I am always a happy Man United fan. Just supporting Manchester United brings happiness in itself because there are things that you going to talk about your club or you're going to see, and you wish that they are different, but they're not going to be any different. I know that
Man,
you are of very little faith. Anything
I
other
am, I
than
am.
a win, you quickly want to boot the manager. But
Uh-uh.
this is a practice we have done for
I
so
think it's
long.
enough.
I
I
don't
think it's
think that
enough,
we should.
Josh.
It's not enough. I don't
It's
think
enough.
that we should be booting a manager because at this point in time, whomever you're going to bring, I don't think is going to do any better until that
Mm.
transfer window. And you saw United, the manager and the board must have accepted that we this is what we can afford to do in the moment, and the players that we did get in were necessary for the club, but we did not fill all the priority positions for the manager in the summer. So we just have to ride the tide. It's painful, but
It's beyond
you
painful,
didn't
Josh.
expect Man United to beat Man City, did you?
No, I didn't expect Man United to beat Man City, but I expected Man United to beat the likes of Fulham. I expected Man United to have, how many points do we have right now? We have 4 points.
Yeah, we do. In
I know
four
it's
games.
still too early, but I'm telling you, if Amorim doesn't change his, and first of all, he's very I don't want to call it ego. I don't know what's up with him, but he's a manager who has proved and over time that he has mentioned it. He said it, I think, even over the weekend. He's not going to change because people are calling out him. They're calling him out to change another formation, and he's saying, "I'm sticking to my 3-4-2-1." Now, Josh, unfortunately, I'm beginning to think maybe we are losing because of that formation. I'm just saying because this formation needs very good, solid, strong CMs, and we don't have that. Josh Fernandez is not a CM.
he
Kobe
is.
Mino doesn't have the
He
legs.
is. He is a central
Ugarte, I
attack.
don't know where his head
Fernandez
is.
is a central attacking midfielder. I don't know where the fascination has come from that Fernandez is a 10 and he should be played as a 10 and all these things. Yes, we do know that he thrives in the position, but until he joined Manchester United, he was not playing there. This is a guy who has been playing as a central
Okay, but
attacking
no,
midfielder,
no.
even when he came to
But
Manchester United.
Josh, do you agree that Amorim needs to change something right now?
No, I don't.
Then we are going
And
to lose. We are
I
going
can,
to keep losing.
yeah, I can give you, believe you
Kadali
me,
is
even
already in the
if,
comment section saying he feels sick. I need 22 players. Amorim out.
okay, Dali. Yes, now I do agree with Kedali, but maybe let me just give you my 2 cents real quick before we get into this. I mean,
Yeah.
uh, um, I do believe that Ruben Amorim, the system is not the problem. I don't think that the 3-4-3 the 3-4-2-1 system is the problem. However, I do agree and acknowledge that it is a system that requires very intelligent footballers and good athletes who can be able to internalize and concentrate 100% for the 90 minutes to pull it off. We've played 4 games, and when you look at the results in the 4 games, when we played against Arsenal in the first game and lost because of Altay Bayinda in goal, no one was talking about the system being bad.
I,
Man United on the day was the better side. We did play
that's what I was
really
going to talk
well
about. I don't
because
want to
we.
hear that again.
But that
Idiot, we are
is the
not playing.
truth. That is the fact. Then when you see the game at Fulham, we did flap a chance. I mean, we had an opportunity to win the game with a
Okay,
penalty.
finish up.
I know
Mm.
we are exposed in ways and stuff like that, but that is on personnel. That is not on the system of the manager. Believe you me, this Manchester United side picking your formation, the formation as a fan you feel is the most comfortable United should play because of the players that we have. I don't think that that formation is going to give you any better because we do still have the same personnel, especially in midfield. I mean, even when you're playing Ugarte, Mainu, and Casemiro in midfield, I don't think you're going to get a result that is
No,
any
you're not
better
going to get
because they're
it.
three, you see, in midfield. And because you are
Look,
playing Luke Shaw at left back, or Dallo or Mazraoui at right back, they're not going to be any better because they're now playing as a four. I mean, the understanding of the game is actually the one that is costing us. Yesterday, you can see, actually, since the season started, personal
mm,
mistakes, mistakes of personnel. The people that we've actually thought are the ones not supposed to be playing for United are the ones that have cost us the games. I mean, we had a goalkeeping issue that cost us. Even the goals we conceded against Burnley was a goalkeeping issue.
Josh. Okay, okay.
Yes,
We agree the players are to blame. Okay, majority beat. I mean, I agree with you. Onana was a problem, but guess what? By the he's doing so well the other side in Turkey.
because
That's
he
my
has
player
played
of the
half a
match.
minute. Because he has
Thank
played half a minute away,
you.
bro.
He even
I
got the
mean,
man
you
of the
can.
match
Yeah, he
award.
was man of the match at United in 4 games,
Look, Josh, as much
but he was the worst of them all.
look, I'm still saying, okay, we agree. We
A
agree.
blind
The
man
problem,
would
yes.
score against
Look,
Onana easily.
Josh,
Yeah, if he was
we
accurate
agree.
with his foot, just
We
put it on
agree that
target.
we agree the players have been poor. Okay. Yes, maybe they need to change. But I'm saying if you're playing the 3-4-2-1 and you see it's failing to work out, why can't you change? Why do you have to be pragmatic? Why do you have to
It,
stick to something even when you see it's not working out?
believe you
Josh,
me,
you know one thing I don't want to hear right
it
now.
is working. It is
You know that
working.
is how is it working yet we're dropping points, Josh?
Man City was always going to
For
beat you,
crying
even
out
if
loud, we
unless
got knocked out of the Carabao by
unless United.
Grimsby. Fucking Grimsby.
Yeah, because you United fans wanted to play Mainu in midfield.
Oh, come
You
on.
thought that Mainu was the better pick and Ruben Amorim was ostracizing the player. So you preferred that Mainu starts a game. And Mainu started the game against Grimsby, and you're like, oh my, as in, what are we watching? I mean, this is the guy. No wonder he is not starting games. I mean, he was that poor, and he is that poor. I mean,
No,
as
Josh, forget.
a
Yeah, I agree with
midfielder.
you. I do agree with you. Forget about the players. Yes, they are not. I mean, they're not giving everything for the badge. But I'm saying, how about Amorim? Let's try to look at Amorim himself. I think he needs to pull up. And I actually, you know what? If he loses the next two games, let him go. I love Amorim. I'm telling you, I
No,
love
he's
him.
not.
But
Believe you
listen,
me, he's not
Josh, you
going.
need to have a way out. You need to have plan B. You cannot stick to
Plan B,
plan A
plan
every
B,
time. You're
plan
playing
B
three,
does.
four, two, one, and it's not working out. Try out
Okay,
something else.
let me ask you, Isaac. What happens
His
if
his
he
formation
plays?
needs very strong CMs, and we don't have
Okay,
that.
what happens if he plays your preferred formation in the next 2 3 games and we
Well,
lose
at
those
least,
3 games?
well, let's let him try it out. Let's see. How
No,
are we
and
going to say he
no.
hasn't tried it out?
What happens? What happens when we lose those 3 games after he has changed?
Well,
Isn't
he
that a
failed.
manager who is
That means
unsure?
he's a big
Or
failure.
isn't that a manager who is unsure of himself?
Josh, all the best
Isn't that a
managers
manager
always
who
have plan
doesn't
B.
know exactly
All the
what he
best
wants to do?
managers always have plan B. We've seen them. He
Yeah,
tries out a system or
the plan
formation,
B
it
is
fails.
in
You try to,
the
along the
plan
way
B
during the game, you change.
the plan B is in game management. The plan B is not in you changing the formation that you want to play. The formation that you want to play is the bedrock of it's the bedrock of it's a bedrock, a foundation of the style that you want to play. Then during the game, you can manage the situation how you see fit. I mean, it is the reason that you see that when we play with Casemiro in midfield, we always play with Mount up top. I mean, that is adaptation. That is a manager who is adapting. That I don't have the best legs in the midfield, but with Mason Mount up front, I can play with Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes. I mean, for me, I don't have a problem with Fernandes playing as a central midfielder, because I do believe Fernandes is a very intelligent player. If he does get players who are on the same wavelength playing in midfield, in that midfield too, he can pull it off. He can manage to do it. But you would rather that we had a better player partnering Fernandes in midfield, or even a better partnership in midfield. But when you look at the players at United right now, I mean, there's no player who can play ahead of
Josh,
Fernandes
I do
as a
agree with
central
you when it comes
midfielder,
to the
not
players, by
even
the way,
Kobe
Josh.
Mino.
I do agree with you when it comes to the players, 120%. But my concern is, why can't Amorim adjust? Why can't he change? Why can't he think?
Why
Why can't
should
he
he
look?
change? Why should he change?
Does that mean we have to lose every game because he doesn't want to
We
change it?
don't have to lose every
The
game,
best
but
managers in the world have always adapted. In other words, if
you
this
see,
formation is not working out
their
and you have
teams.
players who you think might tick in the other formation,
Now
my friend, we
let
have
me
to change.
okay, let me
Yes,
paint you a picture.
we fought
Let me
2-1 and we are losing. We are, again, I say this, Josh. The other thing I'm tired of is the game we played against Arsenal, the opener. Okay, we lost, yeah, but we're the better team. I don't like that crap anymore. I don't want to hear that shit anymore
but it's
because
the truth.
Arsenal is
You
playing
see,
poorly. I'm telling you, they're playing very ugly football. I would even compare Ateta right now to. He has changed the whole thing. He's very defensive. He's waiting on set pieces, whatever it is, but he's getting 3 points. He's
because he
getting it
has
like
1
that.
billion, because he has
He's
1 billion pounds of superb
and we are
recruitment.
close. Well,
He has 1 billion pounds of superb recruitment. He doesn't have Harry Maguire's in that side. He doesn't have Luke Shaw's in that side. He has top recruitment, as in done over 8 years. He's sorry, 7 years. He's been at the
7 years.
club for 7 years. I mean, those are how many windows? 14 windows, 14 transfer windows that Ateta has had to have the football that he has, and he has won nothing. 14 transfer windows, 14 transfer windows. Do you know what it means
Isn't that
for a
a low
manager?
blow?
Actually, not
Isn't that a low
14,
blow?
15.
Isn't
Yes.
that a low?
No, it's not a low blow. I mean, if anything, you would give Ruben Amorim time to actually maybe at least 3 summers before you can say that this is
Blow?
a manager who should leave the club. For
Okay, I
me,
agree with you.
actually, I told you
Given
before
the
the
time,
season started,
if we are finishing in the top five, sorry, top
but
six, top five.
yeah, now
Ateta's
do
first
you
season, I think,
expect?
finished eighth or ninth, but he's
Okay,
never
if
went below that. He kept
okay,
on going
if
slowly by slowly up. But with
yes,
Amorim, it's
listen,
worse. Josh. Well, I cannot
listen.
continue
What do
anymore.
you mean it
Seriously,
is worse? You see the
it's worse.
circumstances. The circumstances of Ruben Amorim are not the circumstances of Mikel Arteta. I mean, we have to actually take its case with its own facts. I mean, when you look at Ruben Amorim when he came to Man United, I mean, it was a period that was almost a doom. I mean, it was a bad time that the manager didn't even want to come at the club at the time that he came. And this is a foreign manager.
And
He's coming from a foreign league. There's a room for adaptation and stuff like that. And he has a very elaborate system of playing football. I mean, he is going to start to implement. But the thinking of the board of Manchester United was not like the pundits who are saying that this is a manager who has lost as much games as he has managed at the club. I mean, the thinking maybe of Omar Berada and the team was let's have this manager and let him learn what it means to manage in the Premier League. Then maybe we shall give ourselves a chance next season, and he will be much better when we start to play next season. And for me, I think that we are going in the right direction. I like the recruitment of the players that he did buy. You can see that the manager was sold so short that even when he needed a goalkeeper, he had to go for a second tier goalkeeper. He couldn't afford to have a first tier goalkeeper. So, I mean, Donnarumma was on the market, Emi Martinez was on the market, but the manager could not get any of those keepers. Then he had to get he had to get potential in Sene Lemons. So I mean, for me, when you say that that's a manager who should leave the club because we've lost at Man City, I don't think we were ever going to win that game. I do understand that you do want Man United to have a fighting chance in every game that we play, but like Roy Keane pointed out, oh Wayne Rooney, that this was a derby, and you didn't even see a player get yellow carded or something like that. The way is the fight. There was no fight in the players and shit like that.
In
So
other
for
words,
me,
they are
that
soft.
yes, exactly, they are soft and they're not. Desirous of doing whatever they want to do to win a football match. I mean,
Mm.
when you look around you, the competition that you do have, you quoted Arsenal earlier, but Arsenal has two players who cost almost 200 million. I mean, they went and bought Declan Rice for 100 million because this is the player they thought that would give them an edge. They didn't even win the league with a player
But
like
he
with
has
a
improved
100
them.
million player.
He
Exactly,
has
he has
improved them.
improved. Exactly,
Okay.
but what do you do? I mean, when Carlos Baleba is 100 million and the manager wants him, you pull out. You pull out and you're like, you know what? Let's just go for the season the way we are. I know you wanted a midfielder. We can't get you a midfielder, but we've gotten you some of the players, some of the priority positions that you did want. So, I mean, you hang on. Let's wait for the other summer. Things might be a bit better for us, as if you think you are the only competition. I mean, there will come a time I'm seeing Kedali is saying Liverpool target Carlos Baleba now because it's possible. I mean,
I saw that. I read that,
they
by the way.
yeah they
Shout outs to Sinan. Sinan, shout outs to you, by the way. We even forgot to say shout outs to Sinan because we are crying. Man United. No, 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 no.
shout out Sinan, shout out Sinan. But that's the thing, though. I don't believe that the solution is to fire the manager. I mean, we've done this so often. I see the way it is going to end. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want it to end that way. I want the manager to get some results. But I even against Chelsea, I mean, we don't have the quality of players that Chelsea has. I mean, when you look at Chelsea, it has over four players who cost almost 100 million,
Mm.
and yeah, and for you, I think the most expensive player you have is Harry Maguire, who doesn't even make the first team, and he has been at the club for I don't know how long. He's a player you want to get rid of. In this day and age, everyone around you is buying players not because of is buying players not because of the cost, but because that they are the quality they need to improve their squad. You see Liverpool is going for a player like Florian Wirtz, who is not going to score 20 goals a season, but he's going to make them a formidable side in attack.
Mm.
I mean, they're going for a player like Echitike and Alexander Isak for the monies that they are paying for the players just to be a better side. And United, because of our financial constraints, we pull out of situations like that, and we don't have the right players in all the priority positions. But for me, I believe that give it a few summers, and yeah, we shall start to compete. Unfortunately,
And
football
okay,
is a
Josh, you're saying
result-oriented
we give
game.
him a few. You're saying we give it a few summers. Are you saying
Yeah,
with Ruben Amorim or with another manager? Because I'm not ready to
with
stick
Ruben Amorim,
with.
because
I'm not ready
the
to wait on and stick with the same manager. Okay.
after 3 games,
In other words, no, no. In other words, do you see the position? We are not improving, Josh, in terms of position. We are not. That's
yeah,
why I
but
said
who
at
have we
least with
played?
Arteta, he
Who
went
have
for
we played before the
who
season
did
started?
who did we
Who
play,
did you
Josh?
think we played? Arsenal,
Okay,
who
it's
finished
understandable.
second last season.
Better than us. They've been better than us in the last three seasons.
Yes, and we
Okay,
played
the
Man
second one
City, and we
was
played Man
Fulham.
City. No,
Then
we
how about
played Arsenal and Man City. So those are 6 points out, and they're the two games that we have lost. So I don't know where. For a team that you expect to finish fifth or sixth, you're going to draw the odd game. Fulham could be that odd game that you draw. You could lose away to Brentford or Brighton in the season. That does not mean that all hell breaks loose. You're not looking to win the league. You are going to definitely drop some points along the way,
No,
and
Josh, you
it's just unfortunate that it is Manchester United. It's Manchester
I'm
United, and we are the ones that attract the most noise. So it's always going to be there. But for me, you look at. You can look at maybe 10 teams in the Premier League, and they all have a better lineup in midfield
Rajat is
than
saying.
Manchester United.
Rajat is asking, why did Euro go off to put the Ligt right back and play Maguire as a CB?
Yeah, for
By the
me, I do
one of
believe Lenny Euro.
the things Ruben Amorim is not so good with. Sorry, go on. Sorry, I had a few glitches.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You can say that again.
Yes. Now I'm
Okay,
saying the question is there on the screen.
yeah, Rajat, I do believe that for me, Lenny Euro should have come off because he lost concentration in the game. He was not his old self. I think even the goal that Phil Foden scores, Lenny Euro comes. Lenny Euro has a miscommunication with Bruno Fernandes in that very instance. You see Fernandes going for a player, but Lenny Euro steps up to pick up Foden, then he doesn't pick up Foden. His 50-50 is half-hearted in a derby. And for me, I thought that he was being bullied in that side, and you needed a player like De Ligt, who is much more stronger in that side. You see, even the goal that Haaland scores, the second goal. Yes, it was Luke Shaw's mistake, but you thought that maybe a stronger defender would have managed to hold off Haaland. Haaland is a big guy. He's physical. He knows how to use his body, but Lenny Yoro didn't really stand a chance because of his starting position, and that you can accept because he's a young defender. He's learning how to do these things.
No, I don't think
Um,
just that's an excuse. If it's an excuse, then I'm
it's
going to
not an
blame it on the
excuse. You watched the
I'm going
game.
to blame it on the
If you
manager.
watched the game, you
Me, I
saw
do agree with you. The
how poor
players
Lenny
are
Yoro
shitty.
was.
The players are bad, but the manager's been making very silly mistakes.
What
I've clocked that.
mistake? Show me one. The
The
system.
substitutions, the
What
substitutions.
substitution?
That's the
I've
first
explained
things
to you
first.
the substitution of Lenny Euro. It's
But
just
it's not
that
a substitution.
as fans, we don't want to see a substitution of a defender because we feel it does not affect the game. It does not change the game in that direction of travel that we would want. So you expect an attacker to be coming on, but you look at your bench, the best attackers you have at United are Brani Mbumo, Ahmad Diallo, and they're all playing at that point with Fernandez and all that whole lot. Then Zaxi is the one on the bench, and Zaxi is brought on. So there's not a lot of players that are left on the bench you would have wanted to come in that position. Maybe you can say from the start because of how poor Manu Ugarte has been. Uh, I thought that Casemiro would have stayed in that position, but I knew because Mason Mount was injured, Casemiro was never going to start that game. But Casemiro is, yes, he does not have legs and stuff like that, but he gives us much more than Manu Ugarte. Manu Ugarte yesterday almost played well, but he was a good destroyer and a very bad passer of the ball. He couldn't
By the way,
keep the
Ugarte
ball.
needs to find his head. I'm telling you, he's very bad. He has been poor.
And
Very
the
bad
thing
player.
is the midfielder that we do want this season to
Who,
help us.
Ugarte? No,
Yes,
no, no, no,
yes,
no, no. I think I've had enough of him, Josh.
yeah, but is you see when I'm
The
talking
thing
like this
is,
because of the players you have. You don't want Kobe
okay, I
Mino
do
there.
agree. I do agree with you.
So
I do
if
agree with you.
Manu
We have no
Ugarte
options
ups,
in
yes,
midfield.
if Manu
Right.
Ugarte ups his game, and because we need a destroyer. We need a guy who can intercept play. We need a guy who can keep things
But he's not
going.
doing that, Josh. He's not
He
doing
is
that,
not. I
Josh.
am. That's why I'm
You know,
saying that. Unfortunately, he is the
amount of
player that
possession
we want.
losing.
Unfortunately, he's the player that we need in that midfield. He's just
And
very poor at the moment, and the manager doesn't have any faith in him. But going into the derby, at least the manager still expected him to.
Kadel is saying if
Excuse me.
Amorim was at Real Madrid, he would have left long time ago. Rajat says he wants to be here 20 years. You remember he said, I'm still here. Maybe I'll go tomorrow. Maybe I'll be here for 20 years, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, either way, Josh, I have
No,
this
but that's
question to ask
rubbish.
you.
That's
Josh,
absolute rubbish. You cannot sack
Josh,
a manager who is when you're
what are you
rebuilding.
talking about?
You
Eric
see,
Ten Hag was sacked just right after two games.
no, he had a whole season at the club. Actually, two.
No. I mean at Bayer Leverkusen.
No, Bayer Leverkusen. You see, when you see a manager is sacked uh, in that manner, it is not because of football reasons on the pitch.
Mhm.
Like the rumor came out, you see, it was off the pitch. It was the deals they were doing. It's always miscommunication and misunderstandings.
Kadel is saying no way Euros. No, Euro is class.
Yeah, he is, but he's still
He
learning.
just
He's
had a
still
bad
learning.
season. Maybe, but I think he's been one of our best players, so there's no way you would
Yeah,
leave
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. But he was quiet, yo. Yeah, he was quiet. He was quiet. He didn't have
And
a
he's
good
19.
game.
19. He was just
True,
quiet. But
true.
anyway,
He's learning, but
look,
he's such a solid player. I think
look, Josh,
he's the best young
I
defender
think,
in the league.
I think, don't go
No,
there.
give me another one.
Don't
He's
go
the
there.
best young center back in the league. Give
No,
me
no,
another
no,
one.
no, don't go there. No, don't when you're
No, just give
considering.
me another one. Give me
But
another
one thing
one.
I
We
can
can compare.
Josh, one thing I can say though is I can understand if we lose 6-0 to Arsenal. I can understand if we lose 6-0 to Man City,
You
but
can't.
I expect no. I'm just saying, listen to me. Let me finish up. I expect Amorim, Josh, I expect Amorim to beat teams like Fulham, Brentford, Brighton. Those are the teams that one thing that Arsenal did last time. I remember when they were losing
But you want to
to
sack him
Brentford,
before he
they
has
were
played
losing to
those
those.
teams.
No, it's because I'm seeing Josh. I'm seeing no transition. I thought there was it's like United are still back, in those old years, and they're still stuck under and covered, and
Yeah, you still have Luke Shaw
Sir
at
Alex
the club.
Ferguson is
You
what?
still
Sir,
you still have Luke Shaw as a starter in your team.
well, the problem is no one wants Luke Shaw.
See, the problem is we cannot recruit players as fast as you would want. So, I mean, let's have the players that we have. And maybe me, I can say that Ruben Amorim, it's time for you to let go of sentiment that Luke Shaw is a good player and he was once good. And play Aiden Heaven. Trust Aiden Heaven. Let him make mistakes. Allow
I think
him to
Aiden
make
haven't had a bad
mistakes.
game. Which game did he play? Was it Grimsby?
I didn't watch the
He had a
Grimsby
bad
game.
game. I don't remember. I even remember that they took him off. I'm not so certain, but look, Rajat is saying you Van der Veen.
Yeah. Van der
You're
Ven,
saying the best
how old
young
is Van der Ven?
centre back.
Van der Ven is older. He's like 20 something. Oh, Van der Ven is solid. Rolls
No,
Royce.
look, Josh,
Yes.
who Van der Veen? Who Van der Veen?
Van der Ven, yeah. It should be
Anyway,
older.
Josh, I don't know. I just think it's not right that Amarim is not.
Yeah,
Van der
Van
Ven
der
is around
Ven
like
is
43. I just think it's not right.
yeah, he's
I
24
just
and
think it's
this
not
kid is
right.
19.
I just don't think it's right. Sorry. Oh man, we're having a few issues with internet. Josh, I think it's not right for Amarim to be using the same formation even when it fails. It's okay for some time.
No, it
Listen,
hasn't
listen, Josh.
failed.
It's okay once in a while to change. If you start with a 3-4-2-1, you see Josh is not working out. Okay, you have Kobe Minor who doesn't have legs. You have You have Ugarte, who might have the legs, but he's disposing, possession, he's losing balls and all that. Then you have a player like Casemiro, who also doesn't have the legs, Josh. I think at some point, it's okay for you to try to adjust and get another player to fill in. If you cannot get another player off your bench, because right now the transfer window is already closed, it's okay to, I don't know, change a formation, play a formation that is going to have your slowest midfielders tracking, running, and giving you what you want. Because I don't think it's going to really work out so well if things are not working out good on the pitch. I think Amorim is too pragmatic. He needs to change. We are not going to lose all games because you have that ego that tells you're going to stay using the same system that is not working. It's not right, and it's just not right. And I feel it's an issue. So let's wait and see how things go. Yeah, Josh. Then Pete was saying that was the last game for
Hello,
Shakely.
hello.
That was a blunder. Josh, I hear you. That was a blunder from Luke Shaw. That was a nightmare. It's a game to forget. He needs to put that to bed. But Amorim, that's a lesson. Please do not bring back Luke Shaw. Simple. I don't know who you're going to play there. Leniero can sometimes substitute. Mazarawi is around. He can fill in this other side as the right CB. You have
Yeah,
Aiden
I
Heaven.
agree
Make
with
use
Pete.
of him.
I agree with Pete. I mean,
You
that should be Luke Shaw's
why is
last
that?
game.
It's going to be a problem. Rajat is saying there's also Cut Romero. Sinan says, let's not blame Amorim. I think the players are not okay mentally. No, Sinan, I think it's high time the manager took
I agree with
his
you.
of the blame.
Why do you
Yes, the
want?
managers are
Why do
work.
you want?
You have
I
Maguire, you have
I don't
Luke Shaw,
understand why you want.
you have
I don't
Ugarte, you have
understand why
Kobe
you want
Mino,
them.
players who have failed to execute. But just at the end of the day, you're the manager. Why I'm blaming Amorim, as I was
Blame
saying
him
slightly
for
earlier
what?
also,
He's been there for two
you
minutes.
have a midfield of Casemiro, you have Ugarte, you have Kobe Mino, and you realize they are slow. They are not executing what you need, because that Amorim system needs the Crystal Palace manager plays the same system, the same exact system, but it's sticking. Do you know why, Josh? His
Yes.
midfield
Do you
is
know how
a
old Hughes is?
workhorse. It's a powerhouse, and
Do you
that's
know
what Amorim
how
needs.
how do you know how old Hughes is? The
Josh,
guy at
don't start with that age and everything.
the guy who is helping thingy play.
Well, no, exactly, Josh. This is what I'm coming to. You tried to go in for Baleba, it failed. Okay,
Yeah,
you
but
were outpriced.
do you know how
The
old
basic
Will
thing you
Hughes
can do
is?
to adapt to the system that is going to make these players stick, the midfielders. We
There
have
is
no
no
midfield.
system. Let me tell you, there is no
Firmino
system
can
that
play
can.
in a three properly.
There is no system that is going to make these players play any better. I mean, no matter the
Mosquera,
system,
I think Mosquera was a good signing. Was a fair signing.
the Arsenal guy,
Yeah, the Arsenal guy. He had a
that
great
guy is
game.
all about defenders. But Mosquera is not. Is not. He's a very very decent footballer. I think
You
he's
see,
still
players don't
talking.
believe. Yeah, he's a decent one. Players don't believe in
Yeah, I think
themselves
he's
yet.
still talking about the comparison of
The
another young defender,
Kadeli says there's a
comparing with
possibility Mane will
Lenior.
get to leave Man United in the summer. Italian clubs were interested in a loan, but United decided against it. That is as far Fabrizio Romano. I really don't blame them if they decided against it, because we had no replacement. We had no
Exactly.
replacement. If Baleba had come, whoever was there, whoever was supposed to let go should have left. I actually think it was a big mistake. Maybe we didn't have the money, but it was a huge mistake to miss out on Baleba. A huge mistake that is going to
Yeah,
cost us.
not even just missing out on Bareba. I mean, we needed to have a makeshift midfielder, a plan B. I mean, someone better than the lot that we have. But still, because of our financial constraints, we could not afford
Mm.
to have another body when we still have Manu Ugarte, we still have the players that we do have. Mainu, Ugarte, Casemiro in midfield. And for me, what I was trying to tell you is there is no formation that is going to make these players play better. I mean, if anything, you're going to just allow lazy players to be accommodated into the side because they have people who are helping them and they are carrying them through games. Because when you do have a three-man midfield, you will just deceive yourself that you have a numerical advantage or you are at par with the opponent because you have three players in midfield that is in uh, in uh, um, Kobe Mainu, Ugarte, and Fernandez. But then again, Ugarte is giving away the ball often. Kobe Mainu doesn't have the legs to cover the pitch, and then Bruno Fernandez is just frustrated because of what these two are
Mm.
giving on the day. So I mean, then you're always going to be the way you are. So for me, I don't think the formation is the problem. I do the system does not have any problem. Yes,
Look, the
we
fact
are
that these
lacking
players
in
cannot adapt
midfield.
to it, I really think it's a problem. Josh.
No, then they're not
Serious
the right.
lacking. The
Then,
fact that these players cannot,
but okay,
you know,
okay. Let's take it back. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was
mhm,
playing 4-2-3-1. The
yeah,
system was bad. The system was not suited for the players. McTominay and Fred were not the right players in midfield. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had to change the system. Uh, the system was not good and things like that. Why don't you
okay,
change
Josh.
the system? Do this, do that. Jose Mourinho played a system. It was not good enough. It was not the right players. This and that. Um, and Louis Van Gaal played a system. It was not good enough. I mean, what is it about all the managers?
Josh,
Why is it not about the recruitment process, the players that we do have,
Josh.
and things like that?
Okay, I hear you, but I must say, Amorim is a bit stubborn. To the core. By the way, the 3-4-2-1 needs two absolute machines in the midfield, Josh. Two very good CMs that have the engine, that have I don't know, that powerhouse engine, just that can run so fast, that have pace, that are athletic, that can tackle, that have legs. And I'm not saying that in Casemiro, in Ugarte, and Kobe Mino. So you as a manager, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do, Josh, if you don't have that? You improvise, you adapt. If the 3-4-2-1 is currently not supporting these other guys, get some other players in there. Unless you're saying it's going to be like that for some time, but I really think it's going to be a problem to me. And it's quite sad. It's really quite sad because, I mean, he needs players with energy. The technical quality in the midfield. To run so fast and come back and protect the back line. And I don't see that in Ugarte. I don't see that in Casemiro. I don't see that in Josh Kobe Mino. So to me, I think he should try adapting something else, that
No,
can come in as in plan B, instead of always sacrificing the likes of Bruno's Josh, playing
no,
him in deeper roles.
no,
It's quite frustrating, by the way, Josh. I must say it's
no,
very, 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 very frustrating. I don't know how you're
no.
okay with it, but I'm not okay with it.
Maybe you can say we. Maybe you can say that he should trust players like Seko Kone.
No, of course, that is, come on, that is a joke. There is no way he's going to
It's
trust the
not a
players.
joke. You should trust players like Seko Kone. When you have the players that, when you cannot trust the players that, when the players before you are not giving you what you want, maybe you throw in Seko Kone. I know he is a
By the
guy
way,
who was he is a guy who has worked well with younger players. So maybe he's treating very carefully so he does not lose this boy um, um, by throwing him in too early at the deep end when things are not good. But for me, I've started to believe that maybe Seko Kone should come and save us because the
and
players that we do have in midfield cannot do it.
maybe the problem is with United, because I mean, look, um Rasmus Højlund scored a very beautiful goal.
Yeah,
Okay.
he also
Yeah, he
scored
he
while
had
he was
Andre
at
Onana.
United.
who moved the other
Even
side.
while he was at United, Rasmus
Yes,
Højlund
we know.
scored. Give
Yeah,
me
no.
his report card at the end of the season,
We
and
have
maybe
Onana who moved the other side, and he also sorry,
give me his report
Josh. What are you
card
saying?
at the end. Give me his report card at the end of the season, and maybe Italian football is just what Rasmus Højlund can manage. Maybe that is the quality that is made for him. Maybe that is the
Look at
stage that is comfortable with. If you
Sinan. I
actually
disagree with
observe
you.
if you actually observe the yeah, you stick to your system until they get
Even
a
when it's not
hundred
giving you
percent.
results, even when it's not
Sinan,
giving you results,
in 4 games, I've asked you
Amorim is not giving the three
what are
four
the
two one is not giving us
what
results.
are the 4 games we have played? We've played against Arsenal.
As a manager, you need
I
to be.
don't think that even
Where's
if
the
you are
diversity,
playing a I don't think that even if you are playing a 4-5-1, you would have won the game against Arsenal.
Josh?
I don't think that even a 4-5-1 you would have won the game against Man City.
Where is the
And then
diversity, Josh?
there's Fulham and Burnley. So you've gotten 4 points from 6 points. I mean,
How many games
that is good
have we
enough.
played, Josh?
Four
Four
games.
EPL games, and we
Yes.
have 4 games. That is equivalent to 1 point per game. That is
I have
very poor.
told you. I
A
have
team like
told you.
Manchester United that has
No,
spent a lot
no.
of money on
Bruno
players.
Fernandes told you
I don't know why you're making excuses for them,
forget
Josh.
that whole A team like Manchester United and the history you had and what.
You've
Look at
recruited,
the
Josh. You've bought players.
yes, but not no, we've not bought all the priority positions that the
We've
manager wanted to have.
Okay, yeah, that is true. And I would say yes, that's the keeper in the midfield. But again, on top of that, Josh, you have two good forwards. Actually, three forwards. Two
Yeah,
of
I
those are
mean,
EPL proven.
there's a team. There's a reason why it is a team. They're not
I don't
just
know why you're making. I
individuals.
don't know why you're making excuses for him, Josh. Really, I
No,
don't
I'm
understand.
not making excuses for him. I'm just trying to
My only
understand.
problem with Amorim is sticking to the one system that he sees these players cannot play. The transfer window is already closed.
For
Josh, as a
me,
manager, you need rather you need to be diverse. You need to think
no.
if this system is failing, try something else that is going to accommodate your your slow midfielders.
Gary Neville would tell you that his stint as a manager lasted only 2 minutes because he was unsure of himself. He kept telling players that tomorrow we are playing a 4-3-3, and then he was telling them that I want you to play 4-4-2. I mean, very quickly, he lost the dressing room because the players didn't know whether they didn't believe that this guy had the chops to be a football manager. David Moyes, Rio Ferdinand can tell you that they stopped listening to him when he was bringing out, I think, Lescott. He was bringing out videos of Lescott and showing them how to defend. You understand? And he was telling them that I want you to play long balls. Then tomorrow he tells them I want you to play short balls. So they
Fuck
lost it.
Moyes.
He's sitting Vidic and Ferdinand in a room and showing them Julian Lescott defending, as in really. I mean, that's when they're like, yo,
That's
nigga,
nothing
this
about
shit
it.
ain't gonna work, man.
No, that's idiocy. I don't know why he did that. Sinan is saying players are born footballers and not systems, meaning they can adapt to any system. Well, we've seen that, Josh. You just give an
100%.
example. You just gave an example of Gary Neville.
Yeah.
4-4-2. It failed the other side.
No, he didn't fail. As in, he
Hey,
wasn't sure of himself. He was telling them, "Let's play 4-3-3." Then the next game, he swallows 6. The next game is like, "No, 4-4-2." He swallows 7. The next game is like, "No, I meant 3-5." They're like, "Nigga, man, what's this shit you're doing?
yeah,
You can't pull it off."
yeah, Josh. Seriously, I think we need. I don't know what we're going to do,
Amorim
but
is right to stick to his system.
Josh,
I'm with
no, he's not.
Sinan a hundred
No, he's
percent.
not. Me, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not because you cannot stick to
Bro,
something that
you can't
fails
say
to work
that you
out.
change your system in two
No, no, no,
in
no, Josh. What I'm saying is okay, start with the 3-4-2-1. But along the
okay.
way, if you
w-
see
Have
your
you looked
opponent
at
are
have you
pouncing
looked
on
at
you, the system,
have you
the
looked at
midfield
the
is being stretched, it's like a highway, players are passing through, balls are passing through, they are congesting a lot of balls to go through your midfield, to disorganize you. Switch, get a 4-3-3, get a 4-2-3-1, in diversity, Josh. Something because
bro
right now
bro
our biggest problem is the midfield, Josh.
Yeah, bro. Apart from the goals
And it
going
looks
in,
like all these teams now come knowing. Do you remember what Marco Silva said?
yeah.
Do you remember what Marco
But he
Silva
didn't
said
win. He
when he
didn't
played
win the
against
game.
Liverpool?
If it was
Yes,
that
it was
easy,
a
he should
draw,
have
but the
won
way
the
he
game.
said it, exactly
Yeah.
the way he said it, because his last words were, "It was that easy." He said, "We know their midfield is weak. They don't have," which is true. We just had to congest them with balls and balls and balls through the midfield
No,
because
guess
the wing
what?
backs.
Guess what? Guess what? You know, just because we have poor players like poor players like Luke Shaw playing in this system, and I mean Luke Shaw is not a very intelligent footballer. So I mean, yes, yeah, he stormed
By the way,
onto
truth be
the
told, Luke Shaw
scene
shouldn't be at
because
Man United. I don't know why he's still
he's,
playing at
he
Man United.
stormed on
He shouldn't
he
be at Man
stormed onto
United.
the scene because he could go up and down. He was fast and stuff, but he's not an intelligent footballer. So the thing is, when you do have in this system, now let me tell you one thing. In this system, you can actually have four midfielders, and the four midfielders is because the team is very compact. But Lenny Yoro, the right-sided centre back and the left-sided centre back, always have to come into midfield when the Pentagon goes to attack. I mean, when the three players and the two midfielders push up to press the team high, then the two players who are left in midfield of the opponent are picked up by the right-sided centre back and the left-sided centre back. When you have a player with a low IQ like Luke Shaw, I mean, he's going to come half-heartedly. He is not going to actually come and 100% occupy that player. He's going to come and stand almost, I don't know, 5 meters. 5 meters within that player, so that player can have a spin on him. That player can play the ball once it comes in a one-touch movement and it beats him and things like that. Then you saw how poor he was at keeping the ball. I mean, this guy cost us all the 3 goals. I mean, he was guilty of all the 3 goals. He was just, he
The
was
game
a no
ended
show.
and
He
they're
was a
calling
no
him no
show.
show.
Yeah, he was a no
Bro,
show.
Luke Shaw, I don't know why. Man, these guys should be playing for Burnley. They should be playing for Everton. They should be playing for Leeds United. And it's such a pity that we still have players like Luke Shaw, in our squad because they shouldn't be.
I know, and I can't wait
Sinan,
for Licha. I can't wait for Licha to
oh, I cannot
return.
wait. And by the way, it
Yeah,
looks like
because
he might be back in October. It's still very far, but let's wait and see. The other problem I have with Amorim, now wait, Lake is going to come back and it will take him another 1 month, even when he's fit. If it wasn't for these internationals, where who Shesko went the other side and started both games, I'm telling you, this dude was still benching him. This,
yeah,
you,
I know the problem that they do have with all these physical education coaches and stuff like that. They don't allow players to overtrain because they're in the red zone and things like that. They don't allow players who have just come back to get back into it because they're in the red zone. It's not like the old times where a player would just come back and go straight in. But right now there's all that machinations that
mm,
would tell you if a player is good enough to come back into the side. And at the moment, it is being used a lot, and we are waiting for the players for quite some time. But I do believe that if Licha comes back in the side, United will be a much better side because Licha is a
man, listen,
better
I cannot wait.
footballer.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to
Yeah,
watch
I
this
know
dude
it
back
is
in
just
Premier League
too
football.
long for that period, and I do agree with you. Ruben Amorim start needs to find a way to get points
Yeah,
on
he
the
needs to
board
find a way. Exactly.
because
I'm not happy with
it
how
is a
Ateta is
result
playing.
oriented sport. But
Right
you
now,
cannot
Arsenal
say
is
you're
one of those teams
comparing
that play very boring
Ateta
football,
in
but
the
they are
one.
getting results.
Ateta
Josh, think
has
about it.
had
For 2 seasons.
15. He's had 15 windows, 15 transfer windows, bro.
Come on, man.
Am
Sinan
I
says,
right? Am I right? Because if he's had 7 seasons at the club, there are 2 windows each season. So those are 14, yeah. And he had
Sinan is
one in
saying,
December.
Isaac, you cannot compare Italian football to the Premier League. That's what he's saying.
And
Then
besides, Rasmus Hoyland scored what 11 goals. at Man United in his first season.
Kagage
So
also says the same. Then you say Inter, there's a lot of old players. Sinance Isaac, when Ten Hag was at United, they complained he has no system. Now Amorim comes with the system, and people are still complaining. He just needs. He are still complaining. He just needs time. He just needs time. When even at worst, Amorim did not have the same record that sorry, Ten Hag didn't have the same record that Amorim has right now. It's too bad. I'm hoping it's not going to be the same thing when we're playing these other teams. I can understand with Arsenal. I can understand with Man City.
even
Both
with
of those teams have
Chelsea
been
next
very,
next
very much
weekend,
better. And you can
even with
imagine now we
Chelsea
have
next
Chelsea
weekend,
and their midfield compared to ours. We are dead.
I know,
We are dead. I'm telling
and
you,
we still have players like Luke Shaw, and
we are dead.
because of Dallo being injured and what, we are still going to play Luke Shaw.
It's quite sad,
But
but
that should have been the last game Luke Shaw ever played for United.
yep. It should
I,
be.
I, I don't care if Aiden Heaven has
Let
a bad
Amorim
game or
get
anything.
let
I can
Amorim get the
accept.
Euro, play him
I
as
can
the left CB, delete in the middle, and this other side right CB Maguire is there.
Yeah,
Problem solved.
Maguire can
Not
play in
entirely
the
solved,
middle.
you
Maguire
know.
can't play as a right CB.
No. I'm saying Mazarawi. Sorry, Mazarawi.
Yeah.
I like him playing better
No,
as a
not
right CB than a
Mazraoui.
wing back.
Delict.
And who in the
Delict.
middle? Who in the middle?
Maguire.
Uh, uh,
Maguire can't play as a right CB. You are saying Maguire to play
no,
as a
no, no,
right
no, no. I'm
CB.
saying Mazarawi.
Oh, Mazraoui. Yeah.
Yeah, Mazarawi.
Yeah,
You know
but
him.
you see, I think he's injured.
Who?
Dallo.
Man, we have very
So,
tight games. We have Chelsea,
mm,
Brentford,
then
we have
Liverpool.
Sunderland, then we have Liverpool, then we
Yeah,
have Brighton, we have
Brentford
Nottingham
and
Forest, Spurs. Oh my God.
no, Brentford and Sunderland should be real games that give us a test.
I think no, Sunderland shouldn't be a test. Chelsea, you can say that
Oh,
if we play Chelsea.
oh. Have
Josh,
you
I
watched
know
Sunderland play?
you can say that if we are going to play Chelsea, but the likes of Brentford, I do hear you. They toyed
Have,
with us last season.
no, have you watched Sunderland play
We just
this
have to beat
season?
them. We have to beat
Yeah,
them.
we do have to beat them, but for me, I think that every game we're going to play from now on is a test.
Isaac, I want to ask something. If United sack Amorim, which manager do you think can come and change United later?
Graham Potter,
Well, I don't talk about Graham.
Thomas Frank.
I thought, did he leave? I think he was sacked. He's right.
Oh, he's
He
still
was
at
sacked.
West Ham.
He's still at West Ham. I'm
Mm.
telling you, he's getting sacked very soon.
Thomas Frank.
But Josh, who would you have if Amorim is sacked?
I don't know. I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care.
Do you think we need a Spanish? Do you think we need a Spanish manager?
Who, Enrique?
Prasant, check in the comment section. Prasant is saying, enjoy the Deadwood for another year, 8 years, 2033.
Yeah.
Let's wait and see. Josh, who do you think? Who do you have?
No, I wouldn't care. Me,
Sinan
I'm not.
says, Isaac besides
I
says all
wouldn't
new
care
players
because
are
I'm not a guy
underperforming.
who
Mbeumo is
likes.
underperforming. Cunha wasn't underperforming before he got injured.
Yeah, I don't like players who. Sorry, I'm not in the business of sacking and hiring managers, so I wouldn't care
You
who
wouldn't
they
care.
bring in. Yeah,
Man, it's been a
I
pleasure,
I
everyone.
would trust. I would trust that they're doing the right things. Prasnath, please subscribe as we enjoy the Deadwood for another years. Please subscribe.
Well, anyway, let's be optimistic. Omar Berada told us United will be winning the Premier League in 2023. Well,
Rajat, please subscribe.
okay, that Prasad thing of him subscribe. Shout
No, I
out to
mean
everyone that has been in the
the
comment
way he
section.
is, the
Not
way
even
he's
wanting
wishing
to
us
take
to
a seat.
enjoy the Deadwood.
Sinan, shout out to you today. Sinan has been very active, very, very active. Shout out to you,
Yeah,
Kadali, as
it's
always. Ranjat was in the comment section. Then we had Adieri, the Newcastle guy. Shout out to you. By the way, the game Liverpool versus Newcastle. What a game, Josh. I enjoyed that game. I enjoyed that game. There was that beef, that friction because of
oh
Sarr.
yeah,
That was a
No,
lovely game.
that was
Also,
in the
Champions League
mind.
tomorrow. Hmm?
Yeah.
We have
Voltemed.
Champions League coming back tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I'm interested at this point to watch group stages of the Champions League. It's also like
Even
an
me,
extended Europa League tournament.
with Manchester United
So I
not
mean,
included. Nope,
no,
I'm not going
maybe
to. Maybe
maybe
I'll start round 16.
when
Round
they get to
16.
the knockout, yeah, round
Yeah,
16, that's when it's is
round 16 is
interesting.
okay. Please do
Yeah, but
subscribe,
now,
everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Josh, Isaac, it's been a while, guys, but we are back. We are back. Please do subscribe. We will be back tomorrow. Sports Jazz, we are officially signing out. Josh, Isaac, cheers. And of course, guys, glory, glory, Man United. You know, whatever it is, Man United.